Nana, you can get started, Nana.
ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. Yeah, Balaji, you can start, please.
Yeah. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ashtamodhyayah. Arjuna Uvacha Kim Tad Brahma Kim Adhyatmam Kim Karma Purushottama Adhibhutam Cha Kim Proktam Adhidaivam Kim Uchyate Adhiyagna Katham Kotra Dehesmin Madhusudana Prayana-kale cha katham Gneyosi niyatatmabhihi Shri Bhagavanuvacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Svabhavodhyatmamuchyate Bhuta Bhavodbhavakaro Visarga Karma Sanjitaha Adhibhutam Ksharo Bhavaha Purushaschaधिदैवतम् Adhiyagno Aham Evatra Dehe Dehe Bhritamvara Antakale Cha Mameva Smaran Muktva Kalevaram Yah Prayati Samadbhavam Yati Nastyatra Samshayah Yang yang vapi smaran bhavam tyajate kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitah tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhya cha mayyarpita mano buddhi mame vaishyasya samshayam अभ्यासयोगयुक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन् कविं पुराणमनुषा सितारमणोरणीयं समनुस्मरेद्यः.
Bella, the rhythm for this is Kavim Puranamanusha
आम् ओके कविं पुराणमनुशासितारं मनोरणीयं समनुस्मरेद्यः सर्वस्य धातारमचिन्त्य रूपम् आदित्यवर्णं तमस परस्तात् प्रयाणकाले मनसाचलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य सम्यक् तं परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यम् यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति विशन्ति यद्यत्तयो वीतरागाः यदिच्छन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति तत्ते पदं संग्रहेण प्रवक्ष्ये सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोहृदि निरुध्य च मूर्ध्यादायात्मनः प्राणाम् आस्थितो योगधारणाम् ओमित्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरस्मान्मनु स्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन् देहं स याति परमां गतिम् अनन्यचेता सततं यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः तस्याहं सुलभः पार्थ नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः मामुपेत्य पुनर्जन्म दुःखालयमशाश्वतं नाप्नुवन्ति महात्मानः संसिद्धिं परमां गताः आब्रह्मभुवनाल्लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनोऽर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सहस्रयुगपर्यन्तम् हर्यद्ब्रह्मणो विदुः रात्रिं युगसहस्रान्तां देहोरात्रविदो जनाः अव्यक्ताद्वयक्तयः सर्वाः प्रभवन्त्यहरागमे रात्र्यागमे प्रलीयन्ते तत्रैवाव्यक्तसंज्ञके भूतग्राम स एवायं भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्र्यागमे वश पार्थ प्रभवत्यहरागमे परस्तमात्तु भावोऽन्यो अव्यक्तो व्यक्तात् सनातनः यः स सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति अव्यक्तोऽक्षर इत्युक्तस्तमाहुः परमां गतिम् यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम पुरुषः स परः पार्थ भक्त्या लभ्यस्त्वनन्यया यस्यान्तस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं ततं यत्र काले आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः षण्मासा उत्तरायणम् तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति ब्रह्मविदो जनाः धूमो रात्रिस्तथा कृष्णः षण्मासा दक्षिणायनम् तत्र चान्द्रमसं ज्योतिः योगी प्राप्य निवर्तते शुक्लकृष्णे गतिर्येते जगतः शाश्वते मते एकया यात्यनावृत्तिम् अन्यया वर्तते पुनः नैते श्रुति पार्थ जानन् योगी मुह्यति कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तो भवार्जुन वेदेषु वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपःसु चैव दानेषु यत् पुण्यफलं प्रदिष्टम् अत्येति तत्सर्वम् इदम् अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानमुपैति चाद्यम्। ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे अक्षरब्रह्मयोगो नाम अष्टमोऽध्यायः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता नवमोऽध्यायः। अथ नवमोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्याम्यनसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्ष्यसे शुभात्।
Thank
ॐ
you. You chanted well.
श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Pratasmarami hridi samspuradatmatattvam Satchit sukham paramaham sagatim turiyam Yat swapna jagara sushuptamavaiti nityam Tad brahma nishkalamaham na cha bhuta sanghaha तपोभिक्षीण पापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्षोऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते बोधोऽन्यः साधनेभ्यो हि साक्षान्मोक्षैकसाधनं पाकस्य वह्निवत् ज्ञानं विना मोक्षो न सिद्ध्यति अविरोधितया कर्मा ना विद्यां विनिवर्तयेत् विद्या विद्यां निहन्त्येव तेजस्तिमिरसङ्घवत् परिच्छिन्न इवाज्ञानात् तन्नाशे सति केवलः स्वयं प्रकाशते ह्यात्मा मेघापायेषुमानिव अज्ञानकलुषं जीवम् ज्ञानाभ्यासाद् विनिर्मलं कृत्वा ज्ञानं स्वयं नश्येत् जलं कतकरेणुवत् संसारस्वप्नतुल्यो हि रागद्वेषादिसङ्कुलः स्वकाले सत्यवद्भाति प्रबोधे सत्यसद्भवेत् तावत् सत्यं जगद्भाति शुक्तिकारजतं यथा यावन्न ज्ञायते ब्रह्म सर्वाधिष्ठानमद्वयम् उपादानेऽखिलाधारे जगन्ति परमेश्वरे सर्गस्थितिलयान्यान्ति बुद्बुदानीव वारिणि सच्चिदात्मन्यनुस्यूते नित्ये विष्णौ प्रकल्पिताः व्यक्तयो विविधाः सर्वाः हाटके कटकादिवत् यथाकाशो हृषीकेशो नानोपाधिगतो विभुः तद्भेदाद् भिन्नवद्भाति तन्नाशे केवलो भवेत् नानोपाधिवशादेव जातिवर्णाश्रमादयः आत्मन्यारोपितास्तो ये रसवर्णादिभेदवत् पञ्चीकृतमहाभूत सम्भवं कर्म सञ्चितं शरीरं सुखदुःखानां भोगायतनमुच्यते पञ्चप्राणमनो बुद्धिः दशेन्द्रियसमन्वितम् अपञ्चीकृतभूतोत्थं सूक्ष्माङ्गं भोगसाधनम् अनाद्य विद्या निर्वाच्य कारणोपाधिरुच्यते उपाधित्रिदयादन्यम् आत्मानमवधारयेत् पञ्चकोशादियोगेन तत्तन्मय इव स्थितः शुद्धात्मा नीलवस्त्रादि योगेन स्फटिको यथा वपुस्तुषादिभिः कोशैः युक्तं युक्त्यावघाततः आत्मानमन्तरं शुद्धं विविच्यात्तण्डुलं यथा सदा सर्वगतोऽप्यात्मा न सर्वत्रावभासते बुद्धावेवावभासेत स्वच्छेषु प्रतिबिम्बवत् देहेन्द्रियमनो बुद्धिः प्रकृतिभ्यो विलक्षणम् तद्वृत्तिसाक्षिणं विद्यात् आत्मानं राजवत्सदा व्यापृतेष्विन्द्रियेष्वात्मा व्यापारी वा विवेकिनां दृश्यते भ्रेषु धावत्सु धावन्निव यथा शशि आत्मचैतन्यमाश्रित्य देहेन्द्रियमनोधियः स्वक्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्ते सूर्यलोकं यथा जनाः देहेन्द्रियगुणान् कर्मान् अमले सच्चिदात्मनि अध्यस्यन्त्यविवेकेन गगने नीलतादिवत् अज्ञानान्मानसोपाधेः कर्तृत्वादीनि चात्मनि कल्प्यन्तेऽम्बुगते चन्द्रे चलनादि यथाम्भसः रागेच्छासुखदुःखादि बुद्धौ सत्यां प्रवर्तते सुषुप्तौ नास्ति तन्नाशे तस्माद् बुद्धेस्तु नात्मनः प्रकाशोऽर्कस्य यस्य शैत्यमग्नेर्यथोष्णता स्वभावः सच्चिदानन्द नित्यनिर्मलतात्मनः आत्मनः सच्चिदंशंश्च बुद्धेर्वृत्तिरिति द्वयं संयोज्य चाविवेकेन जानामीति प्रवर्तते आत्मनो विक्रिया नास्ति बुद्धेर्बोधो न जात्विति जीवः सर्वमलं ज्ञात्वा ज्ञाता द्रष्टेति मुह्यति रज्जु सर्पवदात्मानं जीवं ज्ञात्वा भयं वहेत् नाहं जीवः परात्मेति ज्ञातं चेन्निर्भयो भवेत् आत्मावभासयत्येको बुद्ध्यादीनीन्द्रियाण्यपि दीपो घटादिवत् स्वात्मा जडैस्तैर्नावभास्यते स्वबोधेनान्यबोधे च बोधरूपतयात्मनः न दीपस्यान्यदीपे च यथा स्वात्मप्रकाशने निषिध्य निखिलोपाधिः नेति नेतीति वाक्यतः विद्यादैक्यं महावाक्यैः जीवात्मपरमात्मनोः आविद्यकं शरीरादि दृश्यं बुद्बुदवत्क्षरम् एतद्विलक्षणं विद्यात् अहं ब्रह्मेति निर्मलम् देहान्यत्वान्न मे जन्म जराकार्षलयादयः शब्दादिविषयैः सङ्गो निरीन्द्रियतया न च आत्मनस्त्वान्न मे दुःखः रागद्वेषभयादयः अप्राणो ह्यमनः शुभ्रः इत्यादि श्रुतिशासनात् yeah. Etasmad jayate prano manasarvendriyani cha kham vayurjyotirapah prithvi vishwasya dharini nirguno nishkriyo nityo nirvikalpo niranjanah nirvikaro nirakaro nityamuktoऽस्मि nirmalah ahamaakashavat sarvam bahiranthargatochyutah sada sarvasamassiddho nissango nirmalochalah nityashuddha vimuktaikkam akhandanandamadvayam satyam jnanamanantam yat param brahmahameva tat evam nirantarabhyasta brahmaivasmiti vasana haratya vidya vikshepan rogani varasayanam vivikta desha asino virago vijitendriyaha भावयेदेकमात्मानं तमनन्तमनन्यधीः आत्मन्येवाखिलं दृश्यं प्रविलाप्य धिया सुधीः भावयेदेकमात्मानं निर्मलाकाशवत् सदा रूपवर्णादिकं सर्वं विहाय परमार्थवित् परिपूर्णचिदानन्द स्वरूपे नावतिष्ठते ज्ञातृज्ञानज्ञेयभेदः परेणात्मनि विद्यते चिदानन्दैकरूपत्वात् दीप्यते स्वयमेव तत् एवमात्मारणौ ध्यानं मथने सततं कृते उदितावगतिर्ज्वाला सर्वाज्ञानेन्धनं दहेत् अरुणेनेव बोधेन पूर्वं सन्तमसे हृते ततः आविर्भवेदात्मा स्वयमेवांशुमानिव आत्मा तु सततं प्राप्तोऽपि आत्मा तु सततं प्राप्तोऽपि अप्राप्तवद विद्यया आत्मा तु सततं प्राप्तोऽपि अप्राप्तवद विद्यया तन्नाशे प्राप्तवद्भाति स्वकण्ठाभरणं यथा स्थाणौ पुरुषवद् भ्रान्त्या कृता ब्रह्मणि जीवता जीवस्य तात्विके रूपे तस्मिन् दृष्टे निवर्तते.
Okay, Hari Om. Thank you. You've done well. Can we go to the 32nd verse? I think that's where we stopped. I request all of you to please get into the habit of chanting the Gita chapters, because Gita is for all of us, and all of us will have to get into the mood of chanting the Gita, which is going to be very beneficial to us. It's not difficult for just a few people to keep on chanting. But how about the rest? When will they get into the habit of chanting the Gita? It's not only for the Zoom class, even at your home, on your own, when you are alone, you can keep on chanting and derive a lot of benefit from that. So I request all of you, please come forward. Even if you have to chant twice, thrice, different chapters, it is worth it. Especially such of those who can chant nicely, they must come prepared for chanting more than, say, a couple of chapters. Thank you. Yeah, can we go to the 32nd verse, Balaji?
32nd, I think. Yeah, 32nd or 33rd. Nana, we have a few questions regarding yesterday's Manana.
Okay.
In Shloka 25.
Sloka
25. Let me just read what is mentioned there. Swami Chinmayananda gave an example of how. 1 second, let me get that.
25 you said, Brahmaraji? Just now
20.
difficult.
now 32.
Now you
No,
show
she has
that.
Your doubt is 25, is it?
Yeah, doubt is 25. Swamiji gave an example of how the sunlight, if there is a dark storeroom, there is darkness there, how the light of the sun, which reflects on a pool of water which is there in front of the room, illumines the room. Similarly, the Atma, it reflects as the Jiva. So, wait a second, I'm just trying to, yeah, I'm getting that. I'll just show that. It is Atmana Sachidamshascha Buddhir Vrittiriti Dvayam Samyojya Chavivekena Janamiti Pravartate.
Okay.
So that I'll just read that example. We wanted to know what is the reflecting medium with respect to the human being, with respect to Brahma, Jiva, and what we understand.
That is the mind.
Suppose there is a storeroom in your house which is in ever darkness. Shall I share this? 1 minute.
No, I understand.
You understand, no?
Yeah, I understand. I have seen that.
Okay.
I have also read the Swamiji's commentary.
You've read that. So,
Yeah.
if that bucket of water, so if you're, there was a bucket of water on the veranda where the sunlight got reflected and threw a pool of light on the dark wall of the room. If your little son were to come at that time to play with the bucket of water, the illumination in the dark room will disappear. For when the reflecting medium is disturbed, the reflected light is flashed about and the room is again in dark until the reflection rehabilitates itself on the wall. So too, the self never illumines the objects directly, but the light of consciousness reflected on our intellect throws out a beam of reflected consciousness which illumines the objects and gives us the experience I know. That is why even a man of intelligence, when vexed with some worry, cannot think properly or understand easily. His power of understanding is clouded. So here what the doubt was, what is the reflecting medium upon which the Brahma or Atma gets reflected? So it is not directly reflecting through the mind intellect. It is a reflected beam of consciousness. Is that what Vedanta says?
See, the Atma Chaitanyam will reflect in only the Antakarana. And when it does that, that Chaitanyam will as though make the sense organs and organs of action and the Antakarana Chaitanyavantaha. That is when aham janami iti pravartate. Without that reflection, it is not possible. Number one. Number two, if the Antakarana is not parishuddha, then the reflection also will be so-so. So very, very rudimentary bits of information also the antakarana will not catch. When the antakarana is not pure, if it is clouded, your doubt is well taken, but this reflection will have to take place in the mind intellect equipment only.
But isn't, in this example, isn't that dark storeroom all this antakarana? And what is the
Yes.
reflecting surface? The bucket of water is the reflecting surface.
No, that is the sunlight falling on the surface of the water which is in the bucket, and that as though it may be oblique, and that is getting reflected into the dark room. I also have read this, but I was not extremely happy with that example really, because I for one would take it as though the Atma Chaitanyam will have to get reflected in the Parishuddha Antakarana. This dark room and bucket of water that have kind of disturbed my understanding differently. I agree with you. Even without that example, maybe we will catch it properly.
Correct.
Atma Chaitanyam will reflect in the Suddha Antakarana. That is how Aham Jnanami iti pravartate. That is what happens. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
fine.
leave that example given.
Okay. Yeah.
But as long as you understood,
yeah,
that is good enough.
that's fine.
The reflection will have to take place only in the Antakarana.
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one more question was with respect to Jiva and Atma. Is Jiva just the reflection of Atma? Isn't it a part of Atma which is covered by avidya?
It is not a part of Atma. What I am saying is, Jiva is indeed the Atma. Only thing is, the difference between Jiva and Atma is immaculate. Jiva is that which is Ajnana Kalusham. Ajnana Kalusham Jivam. Ajnana Kalusham Atma Jivaha iti bhati. That is all the difference. The Jiva, because he is clouded with ignorance, that veil of ignorance is covering him. That is why all these, the studies are to get rid of the veil of ignorance. Otherwise, these studies have no purpose. They have a tremendous purpose on getting rid of the ajnana avarana, ajnana janita avarana that has to be removed. Then swayam prakashate hyatma megha paye amshumaniva. It is like all your effort is to get rid of the cloud which is covering the sun, and the sun is you. The sun is you, Atma. That is all the difference. Jiva eva Atma. But this fellow has got a spear of ajnanam covering him.
Like in yesterday's Manana, there was this example cited that if there is sun and there are about several buckets of water, the reflection of the sun in the bucket of water is the jiva. Is that right? Or
but I'll tell you what. These examples are given for us to understand the intricate truths. But the example should not be, stretched too far and to try to get meanings. Example has only a limited purpose.
Okay.
Because regarding Atma Vishaya, it is difficult to say and it is difficult to digest, because that is the only Apurva Vishaya. that is not known earlier. And you are being told, hey, you are divine, and how to believe. That is why these examples are given. But examples per se should not be stretched to the limits. And then
Correct.
you will get different meanings.
Correct.
Okay?
Okay, Nana. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So, Nanaji, Atma is Swayam Prakasha, right, Nanaji?
Yes, yes. Swayam prakashate hyatma megha paye amshumani va. Amshuman is Bhagavan Suryaha. Amshuman is Swayam Prakasha Swarupaha or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And why he is not shining? Because of the coverage of Megha,
Cloud.
the cloud, the dark cloud. And with the help of air, when the dark cloud is thrown away, Chinna Brahmiva Nashyati, then Swayam Prakashate hi Atma, Megha Paye Amshumani va. Okay? Imagine you are the Prithvis. Imagine that you, the Jiva, are the Prithvi. Suppose. I'm just giving you an example. Don't stretch it beyond limits. And the Prithvi has got a wheel of atmosphere for up to maybe 100 miles or 150 miles. And those atmospheric belt, that atmospheric belt has done a lot of wonders. It has protected the earth from the intense radiation coming from the sun and still making use of the sun's radiation to the benefit of you, the jiva. Imagine this air belt is removed. When the air belt is removed, you, the jiva, you will tend to realize that you are other than what you have been till now. That is all the wheel. That is the belt of ignorance. When the belt of ignorance is removed, Swayam Prakashate Hyatma Megha Paye Amshumani Va. Okay?
Yes, Nanaji. Dhanyavad.
Dehanyatvanna me janma jara kashalayadayaha shabdadin vishayai sango nirindriyatayanacha. This we have covered yesterday, but we are trying to recap this. Nirindriyatayanacha. I do not have the indriyas. I do not have the indriyas. Aham sthola sukshma karana sharirat vyatiriktaha. And in all those shariras, these indriyas are there. So when I am other than all these shariras, they do not bother me, these indriyas. So when I'm devoid of indriyas, where is the question of my getting attached? The Shabda Vishayas. Shabdadi Vishayas Sango na Nirindriyataya nacha. And Dehanyatvat na me janma. Because I am other than the Deha, there is no Janma for me. When there is no Janma, there is no Jara, there is no Vruddhapyam, there is no Apakshiyate, Karshya, Layadayaha, Vinashyatiti. All these things are not for me because they are all for Deha and I am other than the Deha. That is the proclamation of Atma bodha. Next verse, please. Amanastvanna me dukkha ragadvesha bhayadayaha aprano hyamana shubraha ityadi shruti shasanat. Upanishad Vakyam is this. Apranaha hamanaha. It does not have the prana. It is not with the mind. Aprano hyamana shubraha. It is pure. This is the Shruti Shasanat, Upanishad Vakyam. Because of that, Amanastvanna me dukkha, because I do not have the mind, because mind is part of the Sukshma Shariram, which I am not. Amanastvanna me dukkha, and all kinds of sukha, dukkha are experienced in the mind. When I do not have the mind, where is a question of dukkha afflicting me? Amanastvan name dukkha. Name dukkha means name sukha also. Raga, dvesha, bhaya, daya. The pairs of opposites which always torment me, they are simply not bothering me at all. They cannot bother me because I am free from all these matter envelopments. Amanastvanna me dukkha, raga, dvesha, bhaya, daya. Aprano, hyamana, shubhraha, ityadi shruti shasanat. See what we have to digest from this verse is whenever we are stricken with some dukkha or when we are in a highly elated mood, we must stop and think of these kind of verses. Amanastvanname dukkha. The conflict in my mind, it is not mine because I'm not the mind. I'm other than the mind. When I'm other than the mind, let me know who I am. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi natu anyaha. Aham Paramatmeti natu anyaha. These kind of thoughts will elevate us from the depressing moods which may be occurring to us time and again. So we have to lift ourselves by ourselves and be happy that we are not the mind. Amanastvanna me dukkha raga dvesha bhayadayaha aprano hyamana shubhraha ityadi shruti shasanat. And in the Sushupti Avastha, this mind is kind of dormant, isn't it? Where is the dukkha for you? Where is the sukha for you? Where are the raga dvesha, the dvandvas for you? They are not tormenting you, and you had a wonderful sleep. Aham sukhena nidra anubhuyata iti jagrat samaye you proclaim, isn't it? So you assume you are aware of that sushupti avastha, though you are not aware. If you are aware, then that is the mukta swarupaha. Aprano hyamana shubhraha. This is the Shruti Vakya. The Atma is apranaha, hyamanaha, shubhraha. Prana is what? Is part of the Sukshma Shariram, isn't it? Manas is part of the Sukshma Shariram. And Atma is what? Other than the Sukshma Shariram also. And it is pure Shubhraha. Ityadi Shruti Shasanat. Shruti is the Vedanta Vakya, which we must implicitly believe and make an effort to inquire into the veracity of that Shruti Vakya. Next verse, please. Nirguno, Nishkriyo, Nityo, Nirvikalpo, Niranjanaha, Nirvikaro, Nirakaro, Nityamuktosmi Nirmalaha. See, the poetic talent of Shankaracharya is visible here. Every word is starting with na, from beginning to end. It started with Nirgunaha, ended with Nirmalaha. Nirgunaha, Nishkriyaha, all these words we know. Nirgunaha, Nishkriyaha, Nityaha, Nirvikalpaha, no vikalpa, Niranjanaha, it is absolutely pure. Anjanam is kind of particles of dust is Anjanam. Niranjanaha, Nirvikaro. Vikara is what? Any modification is a vikara. Any change is a vikara. This is Atma is what? Advayaha. There is no second one. And Avyayaha. It is not expendable. And that it is not expendable means it is Nishkriyaha. That is here. Nishkriyaha, Nirvikalpo, Nirakaro. It does not have any akara. Nirakaraha. Why it doesn't have any akara? Atma. Because It is Sarvagataha. Sarvagataha means Sarvavyapi, Sarva Antaryami, Atma. When it is everywhere, how can it have Akaram? What is the Akaram for Akasha that you are perceiving? Is there any Akaram for Akasha? When the mere object, which is Akasham for you, it does not have any Akara, where is a question of talking of Akara for Atma, which is you, and you are Sarvagataha. Beautiful verse. Nirguno, Nishkriyo, Nityo, Nirvikalpo, Niranjanaha, Nirvikaro, no vikaras, Nirakaro, no akara, Nitya Mukta Asmi. I am eternally, always liberated. Nitya Mukto Asmi Nirmalaha, Malarahitaha. Earlier verse what? We said, Shubhraha iti Shruti Shasanat. The Shubhraha is Nirmalaha. Yeah. Can we go to the Pratipadartha? See here. Nirgunaha, without any gunas, no attributes. Nishkriyaha, kriyarahitaha, okay, no actions. Kriya means any action. Nityaha, eternal. Nirvikalpaha, vikalpa is what? Vikalpa, sankalpa, vikalpatmakam manaha. That vikalpa is not there, okay? Niranjanaha, without any that. Nirvikaraha, without any change. Nirakaraha, no form. Nityamuktaha, ever liberated. Aham asmi nirmalaha, I'm pure. These are all the verses which we need to contemplate all the time. Aham brahmasmi. Brahma kim? Brahma nirgunaha, nishkriyaha, nityaha, nirvikalpaha, niranjanaha, nirakaraha, nirvikaraha, nityamuktaha, aham asmi, aham eva tat, aham brahmasmi. I am without attributes and actions, eternal, without any desire and thought, no vikalpa, without any dirt, niranjanaha, without any change, nidvikaraha. Any vikara is what? Any process which undergoes a change. Any object that undergoes a change through a process is called vikara. Okay? Nirvikaraha, nirakaraha, no form, ever liberated, nitya muktaha, pure nirmalaha. Next verse, please. Aham akashavat sarvam bahihi antargata achyutaha. Just now we talked of akasha. Aham akashavat sarvam sada sarva sama shuddha nisango nirmalo chalaha sada sarva samaha shuddha sarva samaha shuddha nisangaha, no attachment, nirmalaha, no mala at all, shuddha shubhram achalaha, I don't move. How I don't move? When I am everywhere, there's no place for me to move at all. There my movement is restricted because of my sarvagata nature. Aham akashavat sarvam bahihi antargata achyutaha bahihi antargataha bahihi antargataha. It is in you and it is around you. It is between you and I, and it is beyond me, and it is everywhere. It is all through the Jagat. Entire Jagat, it is pervaded by this. Makta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. That is the meaning. Bahihi antargato achyutaha. Achyutaha means what? I have not declined from my Satchitananda Swarupaha. Chutaha means what? Padachuti, we say. Padachuti means he has been removed from that high position. Chuti. Chuti means any decline. Achyutaha, no declination at all. Bahihi antargato chutaha, sada sarva samashuddhaha, nissangaha, nirmalaha, achalaha. When it is that, why are we getting attached to so many things and getting troubled because of that attachment? So can we get rid of that attachment and be nirmalaha, achalaha, sada sarva samaha, shuddhaha, all these things. All these things are our attributes as though these are our swabhava. These are our swarupa lakshana. Okay? This is unchangeable. Swabhava unchangeable. Swarupa unchangeable. Okay? Gunas changeable. Aham nirgunaha, nishkalaha, nirvikaraha, niranjanaha. All those things. Aham akashavat sarvam. Akashavat. The example given is because of what? Anantaha, Adi Madhyantarahitaha, Sarva Antaryami. Where all is Akasham? Akasham is in everything. Akasham is in every planetary object. Akasham in all the galaxies. Akasham in all the entire Jagat. In all the 14 worlds, the Shastra says. In all those worlds, it is there. It is in and through you, in and through me, in and through the space between you and I. And aham akashavat sarvam. Bahihi antargataha achyutaha sada sarva samashuddhaha nissangaha nirmalaha achalaha. More than getting to know the meanings and tatparya of this, what is important is for us to be rooted while contemplating on Atma Tattva on these points. On these points, we must get rooted.
I just have an observation.
Yeah.
When we talk of Atma as Sarvantaryami and Sarvagataha, Achalaha, especially Achalaha, it seems somewhere when you compare contrast with the Jagat, which is, which has so much of diversity, so many experiences, somewhere it makes us feel, for me, I'm talking of, Achalaha, something which is bland, something which is, which is no, so to say, no scintillation. It is very kind of, I don't know, I'm not able to get that, the feeling across. But then when you read about Atma as all the other attributes, it is different. But when you think of Atma as Achalaha, that means there is absolutely, it is stillness. It is just bland, so to say. It seems in contrast with the sort of scintillating Jagat, which is full of vibrancy, which is full of, in contrast. It seems that, isn't
but
it?
the scintillating Jagat is Mayodbhavam. It is the nature of the Maya to make everything that it produces to be as though scintillating. Maya could not touch Atma, which is you and I. And the you and I, it's not two different Atmas. It's the same Atma. It is the Atma. Brahma Shreya Maya Asti. Maya is subservient to Brahma, which is you and I. And this Maya, though could create a lot of scintillating objects in the Jagat, it could not touch you and I. And we are Sarvagataha, Nirmalaha, Achalaha. Yatha Brahma, Tada Aham. Aham Brahmasmi, that is the meaning. This Achalaha does not render it non-scintillating and non-lifeless. We are used to this kind of a life. Any movement is life for us, as so. Is it not?
Yeah, that is life. Experiences is everything.
That is the paradox. Those are the places where we get stuck. Like we get attached to so many things, okay, in our family. in our workaday world around us. We get attached to so many things. We get attached with this feeling of the scintillation also. There is no movement. What is this? Nirmalaha achalaha. Nirmalaha achalaha. It is like expecting the sun to be cold. Atma cannot have any movement because there is no place where it is not. Yatha samudravat, yatha akashavat. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I tell you, but I fully agree with you. That is the tremendous wheeling power of Maya. It is not a joke. The wheeling power of Maya is overbearing. That is why we keep on taking janma after janma, and samsaram. Though it is swapnatulyo hi, though it is chained by ragadvesha, swapnatulyo hi ragadveshadi sankula, swakale satyavad bhati, prabodhe sati asad bhavet, and asad bhavet and achalam bhavet, nishkriyaha, nirmalaha, nirakaraha, niranjanaha. Those are the things to be contemplated upon. And sometimes when you're contemplating, when I am all that, what happens to all my relationships, all those things, that may be a kind of a fear, because that is generated by what you have been used to till now. What all you have been used to is regarding objects which are as though asat. They are midhya rupaha. They are not really asat, but midhya rupaha. Asat is what? What is the difference between asat and midhya? Asat is that which is never there. Midhya is that which shines as though it is correct, which it is not. Like the Rajju Sarpa Bhrantivat. You can't say the Sarpa is asat, it is midhya. If it is asat, how are you seeing it? Midhya. Ajnana kale satyavad bhati. Jnana samprapti samaye asat bhavet. Then it becomes asat. Okay?
Yeah.
So, sada sarvagatopi atme. So, no. Aham akashavat sarvam bahirantadgato aschutah. Sada sarva samaha. Samaha. Sada sarva samaha. There is no your atma, my atma, and things like that. There is atma. There is only one atma. There is only atma. It's not correct to say there is only one atma. Only thing that is atma. And that is Brahma, that is Ishvara, that is Kettaya, that is Bhagavan, that is you, that is I, that is Atma. Sada sarva sama shuddhaha, nissangaha, nirmalaha, achalaha. Next verse, please. Yeah. Nitya shuddha vimuktaikam, akhandanandam advayam, satyam jnanam anantam yat, param brahmaham eva tat, param brahma aham eva tat. That param brahma aham eva tat. Tat aham asmi, not tattvamasi, not just tattvamasi, tat aham asmi, tad brahma aham asmi. Aham Brahmasmi, Nitya Shuddha Vimuktaikam, eternal. All these words are known to us. Shuddha, very pure. Nitya Shuddha Vimuktaikam, it is always liberated. Vimuktaikam, and that is only one. Ekam Akhandanandam Advayam. And what kind of anandam? It does not permit any division in that ananda. Akhandanandam yatha akashavat. Akhandanandam advayam. There is no other secondary ananda at all. Akhandanandam advayam. It does not permit of any second one. The moment the second one happens to be there, adhatasya bhayam bhavati. When that happens, anandam takes a back seat. Akhandanandam advayam. That is why advayam. Satyam. It is the truth. It is the truth about yourself, myself. Satyam, jnanam, anantam, sat chit anandam. That is it. Satyam, jnanam, anantam is sat chit anandam. Yat, whatever is there, param brahma ahameva tat. That param brahma ahameva tat. I am indeed that. What a proclamation. What a proclamation. When can we reach that stage and give a clarion call to everybody else to follow suit? Yat param tat brahma ahameva tat. Nitya, eternal. I'll just take another minute. Can you project the tatparyas? Yeah, Nitya, yeah, that's good. Nitya, eternal, Shuddha, pure, Vimuktaha, free. Free means Visheshena Muktaha, Vimuktaha, always free. That is the meaning. It's not free, it's not as though the house has become accessible to you when you have used the key into the padlock and opened it. No, it's not just that. It is always free. Whether you have known or not, it is always free. Ekam, and only one. There are no two things in this. Akhanda anandam, indivisible bliss. Khanda means part. Khanda means part. Anything which is cuttable. Akhanda anandam, advayam. There is no second one at all in this. You may think his Atma and my Atma, that is all wrong thinking, wrong usage of words. Advayam, Satyam, it is the truth. Jnanam, it is the knowledge. Sat Chit, Anandam. Anandam is Anantam. Anantam is Anandam. Yat Param Brahma, that Supreme Brahma. Ahameva, I am alone that. Yat Param Brahma, Ahameva Tat. Yeah, we'll stop here. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om, everybody. Happy Deepavali to all of you.
Hari
Happy
Om.
Diwali.
Dhanyavad, Nanaji.